So welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaign and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we're playing as Khazrak and his Beastmen Horde, with aspirations of emerging from the dark depths of the Forest to tear down all the rich cities of the Empire and beyond. Okay, and where we left off from last time is that we are about ready to fight this big battle here against Boris. Yet another battle against Boris. We love fighting Boris, obviously, as Khazrak. And we're planning on destroying Grunberg, razing it, and then probably going ahead and performing the ritual here at Karaberg, although I have not 100% decided. But I think that's going to be the plan. And anyway, really quick glance at the strategic situation. Obviously, we have very little in the way of territory. That's just the way this whole campaign has gone, is no sooner do we raise one herdstone than we lose another, and we've kind of just slowly migrated our way southward. Draika has thankfully declared war and invaded Reichland in the northern part, so we're going to let Draika go ahead and do that while we take on the southern portion of the Empire. We are at war with just about all of the Empire factions that are remaining, I think. Well, okay, yes, in fact, there's only two remaining, that being Reichland and New Solland, which is Balthasar Gelt. Both of them are primarily focused against us, it seems, so that's why all of these armies are here. We have kind of left Karaberg here to its own devices. It can defend itself fairly well, but obviously if they hurl absolutely everything they've got up here at us, we will lose it. And Reichland still has plenty of armies, so there's going to be no shortage of fighting continuing to go on. However, we are making slow and steady progress. So let's go ahead and make this episode a little bit more exciting by jumping right into a great big battle right away. I don't think there's anything that I need to do. No ranks that I need to play. I think I did at the tail end of the last episode. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now, this is telling me that we're going to take some casualties if we auto-resolve. I want to try to do this without losing any units in our manual battle. Now, one thing I am considering doing, not just in this campaign, but in probably all of them, is maybe making the episodes a little bit shorter each episode, but doing more of them. I can release them a little bit faster if I make them a little bit shorter, and really, I don't know what the right balance is, so if anybody has any thoughts on that, please feel free to leave them. I'm still just going to kind of experiment until I find the right balance. So enough said about all that. Let's go ahead and get our... I think we want to get maybe all of our... I should have paid closer attention. He's got plenty of melee infantry. I don't want to commit absolutely everybody into the... I think here's what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and put most everybody into a front line. That's a good broad, I should say wide front line there, I think. We're going to have you and you as our reserves. We're going to go ahead and put our dogs over on the flank. There's not really a convenient place to hide. Well, yeah, no. Not really a convenient place to hide them, so that's fine. And then Khazrak himself, we want to get him into the fight right away, probably directly on Boris. And we want... I think I called him Bamu the other time, but I think we're going to go with Bamu. So Bamu here, we're going to want to get him casting probably. Don't know that it's the most effective use of our Winds of Magic, but I'm worried about Boris, so I want to be able to do a lot of damage to Boris as quickly as possible. So what I'm thinking is we'll get a little bit of damage on him, we'll cast a Spirit Leech on him, and get all of our raiders firing at him all at the same time, and see how that goes. Let's go ahead and start this battle. Let's move forward. Let's hope that Boris himself... No, he's not coming towards us, is he? Alright, well then that's fine. We'll keep going towards him. Go ahead and charge on in there, Khazrak. Nope, nope. Forget that. Launch your fireball. Okay, now you go in on Boris. And the rest of my line here. Hurry up, guys. Get in there. Okay, I'm just going to keep an eye on Khazrak and make sure that he's not getting devastated by... What are you doing, Khazrak? My goodness, I am so terrible with chariot units. Okay, can you please... Oh, no, this is not what we want. We don't want you pushing Boris into our front line. What are these? Reiksguard, okay. Let's get our raiders firing on them. And what I'm kind of hoping here... Yeah, that's what we want. We want our spearmen on the Reiksguard. You guys go ahead and just sort of close in a little bit. Khazrak's doing just fine here. Let's go ahead. Ooh, we're doing quite a number on the Reiksguard there. We're not doing quite a number on Boris, unfortunately. Okay, let's go ahead and get the dogs in on them really quickly. You guys go ahead and set up shop over here. You guys go ahead and start moving like this. We're going to close ranks on them. You guys go ahead and get in here on Boris as well. Khazrak's doing okay. Brave Shaman, go ahead and let's hit Boris. Okay, what are you guys doing here? What are you doing? Let's go ahead and... Okay, how are we looking here? We got... Let's go ahead and hit these guys from behind. Hit them from behind. You guys have already cleaned up on the archers, so that's good. You guys... You're not ideal against the Reiksguard, but it looks like all of my spearmen have broken away from the Reiksguard. Okay, you guys see if you can... Aha, that's what we were waiting for. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and get all of those guys up here as quickly as possible. Let's get their fastest units in on those Pistoliers, including the Harpies on the Pistoliers, everybody for now. Let's go ahead and get our Minotaurs up here. Okay, how are we looking here? Good. We got our dogs. We got that the Reiksguard breaking there. We killed Boris. Nice. Okay, go ahead and Khazrak really quickly get in on the Reiksguard. How are we doing here? I think we're doing okay. They're broken, so Khazrak, you can come off the Reiksguard now. Alright, let's go ahead and drop a Vortex in there. See if we can get lucky with the direction that it goes. Let's go ahead and get a Fireball in on those Halberdiers. Yeah, or not great there on the Vortex, but you never really know with them. Okay, let's go ahead and get everything broken that we can. In the front line, let's go ahead and get our Raiders here firing on that hero unit maybe. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Okay, good. We got the Pistoliers now suffering from those guys. Where's the Chariots at? The Chariots are in there, while some of them are almost in there. Okay, we got them broken. Let's get the Chariots over here. We're going to hit the flank. Let's go ahead and keep firing on... That's fine. That's fine. He can fire on them. We don't really have any major problems right now. I don't want Khazrak attacking those halberdiers for the time being. So let's go ahead and hit the halberdiers with some of our better melee units. Well, these guys are locked into combat pretty well. You know what? I think maybe... Let's get the Raiders firing at those halberdiers. Let's get Khazrak. Let's see, he's going to have to get past them somehow. Let's get him over here and then over here. Alright, however, you guys, yeah, okay. Alright, these dogs are in bad shape, that's a problem. But they're broken already, that's fine. Didn't really get a chance to... Where are you guys at? Let's get you over on this flank, maybe? Okay, you guys, those good. They're broken. That's good. Get on that Reiksguard there. Okay, I think we got them in pretty bad shape here, but their front line is still holding right here. But if we can get our Chariots now, go ahead and clear out the Reiksguard and those crossbowmen. Khazrak, where are you at? Kind of wanted you in here, buddy. Actually, stop right here long enough to throw a fireball in here. Let's hope that we don't kill our own troops with it. We killed almost nothing with it. That figures. Let's go ahead and go for the Free Company Militia there. Let's go ahead and now get all of our raiders firing in on this group right here, I think. You guys just go ahead and get like right here, firing into them. Where are you at? Don't really want you in melee right now. Let's go ahead and get that going. That'll be good. Hitting those swordsmen. We've got our Chariots now over here. Everything's kind of broken. We'll leave the Harpies on the Reiksguard there until they shatter. You guys, some of you can stay on the crossbowmen, but the rest of you get in there on the halberdiers. How are we looking? Everybody over here, they're shattered. They're all shattered over there, so keep you heading this direction. Let's go ahead, and there we go. Alright, now everybody focus on that hero unit if you don't mind. Harpies, you guys get out of the way so you don't get shot to death. What is... Khazrak, why don't you go ahead and get on him as well. We don't want our melee units getting in the way, but we do want our heroes getting in there. Okay, everybody up there, you just... no, we want our Chariots on him as well. Okay, let's go ahead and speed up. Can we do any real damage to this guy? 1771. Speed up all the way. Tiny fraction of damage to him. That's not good. Let's see if we can get a Spirit Leech on him. Khazrak, you seem to have fallen way behind him somehow. I'd love to know how that could happen. What about you? Can you do a Spirit Leech as well? You can. Let me make sure that they don't overlap. Come on, man. Right, Khazrak, see if you can knock him backwards a little bit here. Alright. Come on, man. Finish him up. Now, I know that this hero unit is going to die anyway because he's inside the settlement, but pretty sure we get more... There we go. That's all I needed. Alright. Pretty sure we get more experience and favor out of the battle if we kill those hero units. I know that's true of the Lord. I don't know for sure if it's true for all the heroes as well. Okay. Very nice. Make sure we didn't lose any units. We did not. It's a pretty big win, actually. Taking out Boris. Getting some pretty good money. Destroying another city. That's a... I'm not going to call it a turning point by any stretch, but we're doing significant damage now to Reichland. Slugskin. I'm unfamiliar with this. So... just inflicts poison on anyone who attacks the unit, and we can give it to anybody. Well, let's go ahead and give it to one of our better units, I suppose. And let's go ahead and I think we want to loot and raise. I don't think we're in a position where we need to really worry about them attacking us next turn, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're up to 12,000 favor. I like that. And let's go ahead and get ourselves into... we have plenty of bestial rage. Let's go ahead and get ourselves into hidden encampment stance. We're at 98%. Can he move any further? He can. So let's see. Is there anywhere we can go at? That's 100%. That one right there is 100%. Or would we rather make a move towards Nuln? Let's take a real quick look here at Nuln. Oh, look at that. Nuln only has 13. Nuln is vulnerable. Nuln is vulnerable. Let's go ahead and move towards Nuln. I think we'll go ahead, because it's not that much of a difference. We'll go ahead and leave Khazrak in ambush, excuse me, hidden encampment stance. And we may end up... I thought I... oh no, that's right, I was leveling this one. This is a strong possibility. However, I can't... if I remember correctly... yeah, okay, so this allows us to recruit a Wargore, and Wargore we're at 0 out of 0. So what we may want to consider doing here is spending some dread to allow us to recruit a Wargore. This may be a good use of it. But we can wait one turn because we can't do it just yet anyway. Now you... sorry. We want to make sure that we're going to be able to get... let's get as close as... let's make sure that we stay within Khazrak's reinforcing range, just in case there's something floating around here. Because we don't have visibility on this province. It is outside of our blood grounds. Correct? Correct. Okay, so it's possible that he's got something floating around here that we don't know about. So I just don't want to take any chances. Now we're going to go ahead and do the ritual here. Okay. We are now up to 72, which puts us in the next tier. Here's a question. Of course, we got lots of ranks that we're going to have to take a look at. Got a little bit of equipment, a little bit of traits, a couple deaths. And okay, so we're doing pretty well all of a sudden, or at least we're doing much better than we were. So can we recruit another lord? We can, just by getting up into the next tier. Oh, this is huge. Okay. So this is an experiment that we're going to do. One of the commenters mentioned that it could be that the last time we recruited a lord, I was not able to put him immediately into hidden encampment stance because we were within the range of a city's, whatever you call the area of control. So now we are not in any city's area of control. So if I recruit a lord, will I be able to put him in hidden encampment stance? This is going to be an experiment. So we already have, we have one Bray Shaman as a lord. Gua here is a Bray Shaman. So might as well go ahead and level him while we're thinking about it. I think we just want to continue to give him the magic for now. And any more ancillaries to assign? No. Okay. Alright, so we got a Bray Shaman. And I had not yet assigned any particular type of unit for him to be good at, so thematically we still have some flexibility with him. But I kind of like the idea as we get closer to Gorbals, I'm sorry, to Minotaurs. As we get closer to Minotaurs, I think I'm going to want a Gorbul to lead those, but we're not there yet. So maybe we want a cavalry focused army as a possibility. Let's look at some of our different options here. We'll look at you. We've already got a melee infantry army. Now there's no reason why we couldn't make another one of those. This would be a cavalry focused army. That's a possibility. This would be a ranged army. That's more of a supplementary thing. I don't want to make an army that's entirely ranged. We're not quite ready for manticores, but those others are possibilities. But I'm not great with these types of units. I don't find them to be super effective. The Minotaurs, okay, so this definitely thematically we want an army to be good with Minotaurs, but we can't build them yet, so there's no rush on that. And then we've got Chaos Spawn, Giants, Jabberslyths, Incarnate Elementals of Beasts, and Gorgon units. Okay, so again, just like the Minotaurs, we're not really able to build those units yet. So I think what we're going to do is have... Wait a minute, I want to look at his composition. We'll go ahead and make him, since he's already got tons of melee infantry, we'll go ahead and leave Gua here with melee infantry, and maybe the next lord that we recruit, we will go ahead and make him a cavalry focused one, which I don't actually know which of any of these would be best for that. Let me just double check one more time. Sorry to be wasting a little bit of time here, but I want to get my ducks in a row. And does he have any particular benefit for cav units? He can get a Razor Gore Chariot, which at least means that he himself can move quickly. So that might make sense. And I don't see any benefit to the chariots with either of these. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take a since we've got a Bray Shaman, we're going to go ahead and recruit a Beast Lord next, and then we'll take a look at his skill tree and see what kind of advantage, if any, he has with any particular units. So now the question is Torment Utterances. It's okay. But I think I'm going to go Confident because the leadership for the Beastmen is valuable. Let's do that. Okay, and can we put him in the hidden encampment? We cannot. Okay, so you cannot start a new lord in hidden encampment stance. Now we know. And what we can do is recruit. Obviously, we can't recruit into Khazrak's army. clicking on the wrong guy. That's why. Okay, there we go. And I can't recruit, obviously, because I'm not in encampment stance. All right, so starting next turn, we'll do some recruitment. Gorbull here. We'll give you Foe Seeker. Oh, you got 2 level ups. That's good. And we'll give you, where do you, 42, 44. I'm going to continue to bump up his melee defense for now. He's already got some armor. I'll give this extra Helm of Many Eyes to the new Lord. Khazrak, you can have... Yeah, let's go ahead and give Stalk, I guess, to our Gores and Bestigores. Why not? Strider for the entire army. There's value in that, okay. And Bamu, you have some flexibility here. Which of these costs more? The Fate of Buna costs 19. The Purple Sun of Zarius costs 18. Am I more likely? Yeah, I'm probably more likely. I have a tendency to favor damaging type spells, even though this is not the world's best Vortex spell. I still will probably end up using that more than most of the others. And... okay. Oh yeah, the new Lord, I wanted to give him this Helm of Many Eyes. Can you use any ancillaries? You cannot. Okay. Any reason to... raid instead of staying in Beastman ambush stance? I don't think so. There's... well, we're not going to get attacked. And there's +3 bestial rage. We're currently at... yeah, no, we're at 100, so it really doesn't make any difference one way or the other. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Lots and lots of armies in our wake up here. Let's see if they make a move on Karaberg. They might very well. Now, from a money standpoint, we have 12,000 to spend. You know what else I could do is actually I could... no, I've moved him too far. I can't go into encampment stance with him and improve his buildings. I probably should have done that. Oh well. Alright, so Khazrak it is. What do we want to do with you? Do we want to build the building, some of these hero buildings? We could get... I don't want to start focusing on building these units until we expand the number of them that we can recruit. But maybe we want to be able to recruit a Gorbull. Nah, I don't think that's the best use for our money. Let's go ahead and unlock the recruitment of more Bray Shaman. What does that do? We can use Shatterstone during siege battles. That actually could come in quite handy, so we're going to do that. We actually have a little bit more favor to do something else if we wanted to. This is just not a line that I want to focus on right now with Khazrak. We're going to save that one as well for another Lord. So, okay. He's fine right now, like that. And... we can actually have five more herd stones. And, yeah, eventually we'll start putting up some more. In fact, maybe once we get... the new guy, his name is Mahagweeb. Anyway, maybe when we get his army built up, we'll be able to start dividing our forces a little bit more effectively. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy out.
What? The second date? The nation calls.
Okay, and let's go ahead and just check the objectives real quick, refresh my memory. We need to wound or kill Maternus. Where is he? He's all the way up there. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Raid Grunberg. Well, now we know that there is a reason to do that. I'm glad I double-checked this. Okay. And then we have to, of course, we still have quest battles to consider. And okay, we're fine. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Reichland should be going here fairly early over the end turn. 49. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Now he might attack. Yeah, I'm afraid Karaberg is about to be lost here. Are they going to attack it now? Nope. I guess not. So Reichland is going to attack it next turn. Glad we got that taken care of. We got a little bit of built up. Let's just take a real quick look here at his armies. Because Karaberg is not going to be easy for him to take.
Never.
He's got lots of heroes. That's okay. He's got a strong, because of the heroes, he's got some Empire Knights in there. Yeah, he'll be able to win it.
Absolutely not.
That's fine. We've already done the ritual there. At this point, he's losing ground to us because him having to rebuild each of those settlements from scratch doesn't compensate for what he's losing here in terms of us destroying his cities. And now Altdorf, he does still have this. As somebody mentioned in the comments, which I do appreciate, there's a landmark here that we could build if we build a herdstone here. This is a special herdstone, which would be quite nice. And that does mean that Altdorf becomes a little bit of a higher priority for us, but I don't think we want to move up there when we're in a position to take Nuln pretty quickly here. Nuln, this army does not scare me. Although, hey, there's Karl Franz. Alright, well, that's a decent... Now that I see Karl Franz there, all of a sudden that's a decently formidable army, but it's still not going to, I don't think, stop us from taking it. So we're going to be able to siege him with Gua. And hopefully, yeah, I think, yeah, we'll be close enough to reinforce with Khazrak and with Mad Guib. So all of that we can do. Now this is walled, right? So we do not yet have this ability to use Shatterstone. No. So what we're going to do is we're going to siege it. We're going to spend one turn building up some siege equipment. He may sally out and attack us, and if he does, that's good. I'd rather fight a field battle than a walled city battle. We are a little dinged up, and I would like to get some replenishment happening, but the priority, I think, is to seize the opportunity to take down Nuln and Karl Franz together. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm pausing a second because I want to make sure that I really want to commit to that. Once I move one army down there, I'm pretty much committing all of them to moving down there. We've got, obviously, loads of other armies scraping about here. We know we're going to lose Karaberg, but that's okay. We could recruit what's called a Wargor if we were to go ahead and spend our dread now on that, but he would not be able to join an army this turn, but he could for next turn. So we probably do want to do that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a war gore. We can recruit him from Khazrak, but we're not going to do it until we move Khazrak. Oh, we can recruit 2 of them. Excellent. And we can afford to. That's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's commit to attacking Nuln. That's very good that I don't see other armies around. Let's build that much for now, but we're not obviously gonna, we're probably not going to actually siege it for 3 turns to get all that, but just in case. We're gonna move Khazrak down close enough to reinforce. Maybe, no, we don't want to put him in raiding stance because, number 1, he won't get any money because it's being sieged, but number 2, because we don't want to be winded in battle. So let's move down to here with Khazrak. Let's make sure, yes, okay, so he is close enough to reinforce from here. Let's go ahead and recruit some heroes. What do we want? Not a bad choice. Tough. Nurgle's Foul Stink. Also not a bad choice. And Cunning. Not a bad choice. Cunning is only in our own local owned region, though. That's probably the least useful because we're spending so much time in enemy regions. So I think we're going to do one. We'll do this tough. And we'll do... Nurgle's Foul Stink. Let's go ahead and take a look here at whether there's any magic items that he can use. There's not. Okay. Now we definitely want you to be in Hidden Encampment stance. Hopefully you can stay in Hidden Encampment stance and also be close enough to reinforce with it in a battle. It looks like you can. Okay. If he were to launch the attack now, would we get all of our armies involved? We would. We could actually win a Pyrrhic victory, and it would be worth doing it if you're not philosophically opposed to... Well, I say it would be worth doing it. You'd actually be losing some pretty strong units here in Khazrak's army if you were to do that, but if you're not philosophically opposed to doing auto-resolve battles, that's a decent option. But we're not going to do that. I don't love the idea thematically, sort of realistically, thinking that a great big walled city like Nuln would be able to fall immediately to a unorganized, disorganized group of beastmen who just walk right up to the walls and attack it right away. That just feels to me like it should take a little bit more effort, even though there's lots of them, a little bit more effort for them to break into a great big walled city like Nuln. So thematically I think it fits as well for us to go ahead and siege it down a little bit before we make that attack. Besides, he may come out and attack us. I don't think he will, but it's a possibility. Alright, building upgrade. Yeah, that's... I'm afraid this is going to get lost. That's fine. Like I said, this is still a losing battle. A losing war of attrition for Reichland if he keeps losing well-developed settlements and retaking the herdstones, because they're obviously less well-developed whenever he does that. Now, he's still quite strong. 22. Somehow, despite destroying Boris's army, he's still quite strong. And of course, so is Gelt. Let's take a look at our... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Quick deal. There we go. Nothing that we can do. Fecundite's here, so basically still sitting on 4 settlements. Yeah. Even though he is at war
Call.
with different factions, Festus just has decided to basically sit this campaign out. Seems like. I mean, initially he was aggressive. He does have 4 settlements, but ever since then he's just kind of done nothing. Okay, no problem. All right. I think then, because this is going to be a major battle, I think we're going to go ahead and do what I mentioned previously, which is start making this, at least as an experiment for a little while. We're going to start making these episodes a little bit shorter, but I'm going to start doing them more frequently. And hopefully that will be okay with folks. As always, thank you for your comments, your feedback. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We do have a great, big, important battle to look forward to in that one, so I will see you all in the next episode.